Hi, welcome back to the Central Church of Christ here in Harrisonburg, Virginia. I'm Lane White, the minister here, and I'm very privileged to be able to present God's Word today. And I understand that we are going to be looking at this little, what's called a tract, and it's called, Are We Rushing Through Worship? And that's a good question. This is a tract produced by the House to House, Heart to Heart company in Alabama, and it was written by Alan Webster. And this is really, really good. There's some really good thoughts I want to share with you. Now, it starts off by saying someone once observed that worship has become entertain me, but don't detain me. Now, what does that mean? Well, sometimes people can develop this mentality of I need to be entertained. I need to be when I come to services at church, when I come to church in general, I'm supposed to get something out of it, and I don't necessarily have to put anything into it. And it's their job, the people at church, to make me happy. Now, that's not necessarily the case. Jesus said that God is a spirit, and they that worship him must worship him in spirit and in truth. John 4:24. Now, we must avoid making worship into a man-centered just act on a checklist. When we take that which is holy and turn it into something just for people, we're running a dangerous game. Christians can sometimes assume that they have worshiped when they've gone to church, yet they really haven't. Now, this is true with people at work, in different jobs. Some people assume that they're having a long day at work, or they're doing a lot of work, but yet a lot of people just show up and don't really do a whole lot, or they do the very minimum, and they feel as though, because they feel like they have to be there, they feel as though they're doing more than they actually are. And that's true in a lot of different areas. Worship God, Revelation 22:9, is one of the shortest commands in the Bible. Worship God, 2 words. And yet sometimes it can be one of the most difficult tasks for a lot of people to perform. Worship is waiting. I understand that the pace of this video is a little bit quicker, but we need to understand that worship is waiting. We need to know that. I wait for the Lord, my soul doth wait, and in his word do I hope. My soul waiteth for the Lord, more than they that watch for the morning. I say more than they that watch for the morning. Psalm 130, verses 5 through 6. Now, I want us to understand that church members miss out when we just show up 1 minute before the services start, and we dodge everyone in our way to run the 100-meter dash to try to get to our cars right after services. We miss out on so much when we're just in the mentality of get in and get out as fast as possible. Spend as few moments as possible within the walls of the congregational building, or don't spend a whole lot of time there because you might get sucked into a conversation with somebody. You see, Christians miss out on a lot when we have that type of mentality. Now, we need to also understand that most of us hate to wait, especially Americans. We don't really like to wait. Waiting becomes an anathema. It's something that is loathed. And that's why a lot of people are no good to worship. I said it. And I don't like saying that, but it is a harsh reality. A lot of people are not good at worshiping God because they don't know how to be patient, and they don't know how to just sit there and calmly worship God in spirit and in truth. So many times people will be annoyed when somebody leads a long prayer, or when the song leader leads an extra song or two, or an extra stanza in each song, and then they'll go home and they'll comment to their husband or wife, or even the most horrible of all, say something in front of their children to the effect of, "Man, I just don't really get anything out of services." We should not be trying to hurry through services and check our time and then expect to get a whole lot out of it. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't compute. Honestly, we should be doing the opposite. We should be very excited about showing up to worship God in spirit and in truth, and be with our Christian brothers and sisters and have that fellowship one with another. If we can't do it while here on earth, then how excited do you think people are going to really be when they have to do it in heaven forever? Food for thought.